Welcome to the Happy Hour Show. Alan Chamo here, all the way from my living room in Miami. This is episode 26. Yes, episode 26 of our Happy Hour Show, where we feature artists and unique talent from all over the world. Today we have an amazing talent that is joining us from Spain. It's very late over there. We are live on Zoom and YouTube. If you are new here, please put in the comments new. If you're on YouTube, even if you're watching a rerun, put new in the comments, and also where you're joining from. It would be awesome. You can join us and even participate live on Zoom. To do that, you can just, let me see where we have it. You can go to alanchamo.com, happy hour, sign up for the next happy hour. That's the link in the description below as well. Wonderful. But in the meantime, for you watching on YouTube, go ahead and click on the subscribe button below. It's like magic, so you don't miss our amazing content. Every 2 weeks we put on. And in every show, I'm joined by my friend and amazing pianist, Ryan Ahern, all the way from his theater in Las Vegas. Ryan, how are you today, my friend?
Doing great, Alan. How are you over there, buddy, all the way in Miami? How's the weather down there?
It's raining today, but we had an amazing weekend. Actually, I had the best weekend in a long time. I turned 45. Really? Yes, it was my birthday. You did?
Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Alan.
Thank you. Right. Yes. And I did a little party.
Yeah?
Outdoors.
Okay.
I brought a paella. Guy that likes paella. You like paella?
I've had it before, yes. It's delicious, sure.
Oh, I love paella. It's the best. So we had a big paella. We had some friends over. We had so much fun. And we're looking forward for Wednesday. And we have our audience here on Zoom, on YouTube. There we go. Oh, Emily is already loving you here on YouTube. Oh. Wonderful. Thank you, Emily. It's great. And today, actually, you will get to do magic from home. Yes, all you need is a deck of cards. So go ahead and grab one, all right? Just any deck of cards, this would be a good time. Even if you're watching a re-recording, grab a deck of cards because you will get to do some magic. Also today we have a special guest. We have a magician. His name is Sieko, all the way from Spain. We had a lot of magicians in the show, and I love having magicians. They're my friends, my colleague, and they always come up with something new and amazing. So stay tuned, because our special guest magician Sieko is coming on later in the show. All right, so don't miss it. But first, let's do something together. And Ryan, actually, what do you say if you go first, and then we also have the game today, and we're gonna let Sieko go at the end. Okay?
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I have a couple of songs here for you today.
Yeah,
I wanted to play. We have some John Williams fans out there, and John Williams is one of my favorite movie composers. So I wanted to play a couple of my favorites for everyone today who's a fan of the movies. The first is going to be the love theme from the movie Superman, and then I'm going to move into the very haunting and beautiful theme from the movie E.T. So.
All right. Let's hear it. Can't wait.
Yeah, you want to go? All right, here we go.
Go for it.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. I have the Zoom up today, finally. I'm looking at everyone. Thank you so much. This next song from the E.T., you can tell he's got a very signature chord progression sometimes when you get the root of that chord and then you put you go up a half step, actually a whole step. So if you're at C, he puts that D major over C, and it's a very specific sound and gives you that very nice movie quality. He uses it again in E.T. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much, Alan. Appreciate that time.
That was lovely. I love scores, and getting applauses here on Zoom. We have 97 people. Let me see, 103 people watching on YouTube right now.
Oh,
and
so
listening
cool.
to
Great.
you. And I think that most of them are like, one more. You have one more?
We're gonna do another one at the end of the show. We'll play off. Don't worry.
Okay, awesome. I love putting you on the spot like this. But by the way, I love music from movies. You know, they're called scores, no?
Yeah, musical scores. Yeah.
Musical scores, yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah. I actually in my show on stage, I use a lot of music from movies, like
well, it's
Inception.
very dramatic, and it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that would really enhance the stage show for sure.
Definitely. Now, on the Zoom shows and on the YouTube shows, we're getting into copyrights and all that, so I cannot use it anymore. But on stage, when I'm on theater, they allow me to use whatever I want. So that's great. Hey, remember I said to have a deck of cards?
You did say that.
I said at the beginning. I know. You're in your studio, and I did not prepare you ahead of time, so it's okay. If you did not bring a deck of cards, you can watch. It still should be amazing. But if you don't have a deck of cards with you, and I'm talking to you over there, go ahead, grab a deck of cards right now. It's worth it. I'll wait for a second or so. It doesn't matter where you are joining from, just grab a deck of cards and let's do some magic together. In the meantime, if this is your first time joining the show, go ahead and write new in the comments. Also, where you joining from, what type of music you love, you would like maybe Ryan to play next time. So let's do some magic together. So go ahead and grab a deck of cards, and this is what we're going to do. Let me just show you my table. Maybe there you go. Perfect. So you can see my hands over here. Perfect. So all you need to do is grab 4 of a kind. So I grabbed 4 aces, but you can grab any 4 of a kinds. It can be the 2, the 5, the 7, whatever is your lucky number. They don't have to be in any specific order. Okay. So go ahead. You have it with you. All right. So follow me, and you are going to do magic. And now let's do this. Grab the rest of the deck face down and just let's do a round, let's deal them down. 1 on top of each. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And one more round. Perfect. So basically, right now, what we have here is 4 aces facing up on the bottom, and then there are 3 cards facing down on top of each ace. This is what you should have. If you don't have that, you are watching a different type of show. Let's have also a little bit of maybe some music in the back. There we go. Wonderful. All right, so now that you have that, go ahead and just follow along, okay? So grab the left pile and put it on top of the one next to it, and grab the right pile and put it on top of the other one. You got it? Wonderful. Now, let's do this. Separate them a little bit, okay? And now what we're going to do is, I want you to grab one pile and just give it a little shuffle. So grab the left pile, give it a little shuffle like this. You can also shuffle like this. Don't try to be fancy here, okay? And leave it. Now grab the other one and do the same thing. Just give it a little shuffle. I know that some cards are face up and some are face down. Okay? And when you're done shuffling the right pile, turn it over. Okay? Now when you turn it over, you might have the first card that is face down, and that's fine. That's okay. Alright? So now we have 2 piles. Let's create one pile together. But to do it, we're going to do it in a special way. We're going to interlace them. So one by one. So you can start with your right pile or with your left pile. It's your choice. You decide how to do it. So just go 1, 1, 1, 1. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1 by 1, right, left. And put them together just like this. We have a big mess. Are you following along? Are you doing it with me? Mark, are you with me? Yes? Okay, I see that your cat now is having a... Never mind. I see him on Zoom, so social distancing. All right, so now we have what officially you can call a mess. It's a complete mess here. Let's do this. Grab the pile we have here, and which it is all like face up and face down, a complete mess. Let's do this. I want you to separate it one more time so you see how messy it is. So we're going to just deal 4 piles again, like we playing cards. There you go. Just deal them down, just like so. Perfect. So now you have again 4 piles, and this time you can see how big of a mess we made. Because, for example, I have one pile that is mostly face up. Maybe you have one pile that is all face up, and maybe you have one that is all face down. But most of them, in my case, are some face up, some face down. So it's... All right. And now, if you're still following along, and hopefully it works also for me, this is the magic touch at the end. So let's grab the one on the left, and you're going just to turn it over on top of the one next to it. All right? Go ahead and do it. And then grab both of them together and flip it over on the one next to it as well. And the last one, take the 3 piles and flip it over on top of the last one. So now we have everything. We even messed it up more because now we flipped over more cards by doing so. Put your hand on top, just like this, and allow me to do first you do a magic gesture, whatever is your preferred magic gesture. And now, wait, don't do it yet. Let me do it first. Let's see here. We spread them open, and whoa! Only the aces are face up. And now if you followed along, this is your turn. So do your magic wave, spread them open, and yes, let me take a look. We have there, you got it right. Mark, actually let me show everybody here so they can actually see Mark over there. There you go, Mark, show us your card. Hold on, this is not the right one. Give me 1 second. Hey, this is the live show, everybody. So there you go. We have Mark, and you got it right. Perfect. There you are. The eights. You got it with the eights. Perfect. I love it. I love it. All right. I hope that it worked for you. If it did, go ahead, put a thumbs up. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Salam. Thank you very much. I see it worked for you. You are awesome as well. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. We have 143 people watching live at this moment, so thank you all. Just give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying this. You can put a comment, you can subscribe. It's just like magic. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And now, hopefully it worked for you. I would love to know if it worked for you, so put it in the comment, okay? This is part of what we're doing here. All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce here a new friend to our show. He's joining us from Spain. We're going to do a little chit chat first. So, ladies and gentlemen, with you, magician Sieko. How you doing, Sieko, my friend? Thank you for joining.
Hey Alan, how are you doing? For those of you that don't know, it's about 1:30 in the evening over here, or in the morning. So it's really, really early. But it's super stoked to be here. So yeah, thank you for inviting me. It's absolutely amazing. And I love the card trick. It was great.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Hey, listen, 1 a.m. in Spain, the night is just starting. I mean, I've been in Spain many times. You guys love to party over there, even though I don't know how much you can party now. But
oh no, it's dead. Lockdown has been terrible. I mean, Alan, it's just been it's been a killer.
Yeah, I can imagine. How are you coping with all this? You know, because I've seen some of your videos. For a lot of people, those that don't know, you know, Sieko is a magician. You do some close-ups, some street magic. Tell us a little bit of what you do.
So Alan, I mean, I started magic when I was a kid. I think like every magician starts when they're about 9 years old. Or maybe that's the way the story goes. But I've been performing, you know, I put myself through my studies. I went into finance actually, but it was all funded through magic. I worked at the Hard Rock Cafe and everywhere. And over the years, I've kind of changed my repertoire to very much parlor shows. So I do a sort of mix between mentalism and classic magic, like the cups and balls and, you know, ring into walnut and, you know, all of those kind of things. And but, you know, for me, the most important thing is that when you perform, it's about creating a moment. And you know, I like to create something special for people that they can take with them and remember for the rest of their lives. And so I love performing for smaller audiences, and actually Zoom has been amazing because I never wanted to be on Zoom. So here I am.
There you are. Hey, now originally you from Amsterdam, no?
That's correct, yeah. I was born in Amsterdam.
Okay, but that's it. Born and
lived all over the world.
Yeah, actually all over the world. You mentioned once a story that a police chased you in Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was living in Mozambique, and I was pulled over for driving, and the police never got out of the car, and so I said to my friend, well, I mean, are they going to come and try and, I don't know, to give us a ticket? And he said, no, just drive on. And so I ended up in a car chase. And to cut a long story short, after paying a fine, the policeman said to me, "Hey, you're a really good driver." So that's Africa for you.
Was that a fine or it was, you know?
Bribe.
Yeah, say it, man. It was a bribe. Okay. Many, you know, in South America, we used to eat, I guess in Africa as well.
Oh, Africa, that's the way the economy runs, I think.
I guess. Hey, great. Stay tuned, everybody. Sieko is going to perform later on. But you know, Sieko, we have a tradition here in the show that we play a game. It's the game called Two Lies and the Truth. And I would love you to be part of it. So let's play the game first. And after that, you go on. All right?
Perfect.
All right, so let's bring Ryan. Ryan disappeared. Are you there? There you are.
Hey guys, I'm here, yes.
Okay. All right.
Moving things around. How are you doing?
We caught you in a bad time?
No, now's a great time.
All right. So, Ryan, tell everybody what's the game, what's the rule, how we play.
Yeah, so we are playing Two Lies and a Truth, better known as the Liars Club in some circles. And what we're going to do is give you a word. The word of the day is a very obscure word, definitely a word that you haven't seen or used in your lifetime, most likely. And we're going to give you 3 definitions of that word. And 2 of us are not telling the truth, and 1 of us, well, we are. So it's going to be your job to figure out and guess which one of us is giving you the correct definition of that word in Liars Club. So,
and
by the way, give us the word of the day.
Yeah, and we are up to the letter X because we go by orders. We are up to letter X, and this is xerotic. Am I saying it correct? Xerotic?
Yeah, I would agree with you that xerotic is definitely the pronunciation of that. Of course, I know what it means, so I know.
Of course, you know what it means. Okay, so you go first. Go ahead. Tell us, what is xerotic?
So xerotic is referring to species that are unlike the parents. So it's the generation of a species that is unlike the parents. So usually when you have 2 parents, just like yourself and your beautiful wife had a baby, it looks a lot like you, especially with the bald head and all the rest, So that would be not xerotic. But if it was completely different, unlike the parents, that would be xerotic. So the definition of xerotic is a generation of offspring entirely unlike the parent.
Okay, all right. I didn't believe that. I don't think anybody here believes what you're saying. And by the way, if you can put a comment on YouTube if you think that is right, but don't Google it because that's not fun. Yeah, don't Google it. So let me tell you what it is. Now it's actually kind of a new word that is now used because there are some new professions. Okay, you know what's the oldest profession in the world?
Why don't you tell us?
It's prostitution and magic, by the way.
Really?
And prostitution. Yes.
It's not piano player? Okay.
No, it's not piano player. So magicians are one of the first professions in prostitution. But this is a new type of, I don't want to call it prostitution because I'm not sure it is prostitution, but basically, now there are these websites that are pay, how do you call it, just for fans kind of thing. There are some ladies,
Only
maybe
fans?
some guys. Yeah, OnlyFans. There are some ladies or some guys as well that, they get naked for money online. I mean, they don't actually have any sex or anything like that, but people pay to watch other people, and those people they're watching are xerotics. So this is a person who exposes himself online for money, basically. And I'm not judging here, no judgment, but that's the meaning of xerotic. Yeah. And I'm sure that Sieko agrees with me here, no?
Well, you know what? I've heard the explanations and I totally disagree. I obviously know what xerotic is, and first of all, it means dry. Now, I come from Africa, so I should know. I lived in South Africa for about 30 years, and it's dry. And it's like dry, like you would use it in a term like this vegetable is dry. And in fact, in South Africa, we've got a cider. It's called Hunter's Dry. And you could use it in that term as well. So the drink would be dry. So hunters, their payoff line was it's dry, but you can drink it. So you could actually use it not only in the term of, this vegetable is dry, but you could also use it in, this drink is dry. So if you were referring to hunters, yeah, so it's something that's dry.
So basically you can say, oh, this is a erotic vegetable, or this vegetable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, got it. I don't know. I don't believe that. I never heard it that way. But you know what? Let's let you decide, the audience. So let's put the poll. So we're putting a poll here on Zoom. So let's everybody here. I'm launching the poll. So go ahead, vote, everybody, vote. Okay, the poll is launched, and let's see who you believe to. And if you are on YouTube, we have 134 of you watching. Go ahead, put in the comment. Who do you think is telling the truth? Is it Ryan? A, B would be me, C would be Sieko. Put it in the comment on YouTube. I would love to see what you guys think. In the meantime, here on Zoom, we have people voting, and apparently nobody is believing me.
Oh, really?
I got that kind of reputation.
I see.
All right, so we had most of you voted. 66% of you voted. So go ahead, vote. Okay, and once you're done, all right, let's end the poll and share the results. Wow, Sieko, they believe.
Am I doing well?
You're doing great. You got 83% of the votes. I got zip, none,
Really?
zero.
Zero for you?
Zero
Wow.
for me, and Ryan, you got 17%, which
Okay.
is kind of amazing. So, all right, now let's see. Whoever's saying the truth, on the count of 3, you're gonna raise your hand. 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead.
That's me.
All right, Sieko, you're right, and
I think it was the cider. The cider did it. Hunter's
Yeah.
Dry.
it was convincing, huh? It was convincing, that side. I just think that we have a very smart audience. That's what I think it is. Very, very smart audience. And I always try to find these complicated words, and they still know it. I guess maybe because English is not my first language. Maybe that's why. Did you know, by the way, Ryan? Did you ever heard that word? That English is
No,
your first language?
I've never heard that word. In fact, I thought you were correct. I thought that was a new word. That sounds very plausible.
Makes sense, no? It's erotic.
Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly.
it's actually kind of sexy. It's like, I'm a erotic artist, kind of thing.
All right. Well, don't get any ideas over there.
Hey, listen, whatever we need to do, no? All right.
That's right.
Now, thank you very much for participating in this, Sieko. Sieko, this is your moment. So please, we would love to see you perform, see your magic. So please take the stage. If you need any help or interaction, let me know. I'm still here in the back. It's all yours. With you, everybody, Magician Sieko.
Hey everyone. Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to be here tonight. So I thought what I would do is, you guys obviously realize that I've traveled the world, and I lived in Amsterdam and in Germany and in South Africa, Mozambique. And one of the fun things when I was a child is my dad used to travel quite a lot, and every time he would go on a trip, he'd bring something back for me, so he went to China once, and I said to him, please daddy, just get me one of those Chinese puzzle boxes. And he said, yeah, absolutely. So he came back from the trip and he bought me this little puzzle box. Now, any of you that know a Chinese puzzle box, it's like a little puzzle where you got to try and open the box. And when I got this box, I was super excited till I realized it was just an ordinary little box. And I was majorly disappointed. And he said, no, look, inside there is actually a puzzle. And I was curious, and I took out this little ribbon, and inside were 3 coins. And he said, well, it's they looked like feng shui coins to me. And again, I was a bit confused and perplexed. And he said, well, actually, what you do is you've got to try and solve the puzzle. And he started putting the coins onto the little ribbon, just like that. And let me just display that for you. There we go. Oops. So you guys can see that. And the aim of the game or the puzzle was to actually take the coins one by one off this little puzzle. So let me show what this looks like. Maybe you guys can see. I'm going to try and hold it maybe a little bit closer to the camera for you. You can see that the little string runs through there, and we can probably make that a little bit squarer like that. Perfect. Now, what he did is he held the coins like this, and he said if you pull in the right way, you're actually able to pull off one of the coins. And he just went like that, and one of the coins came off. And he did it again. He said, look, the second coin is maybe a little bit more difficult, but what you've got to do is you've got to kind of tap it, and you go 1, 2, 3, and then the second coin comes off. Now, the last coin was the most difficult, he explained to me. And he said to me, look, sometimes you've got to just pull the little ribbon off the coin. And I said to him, but that's kind of like cheating. He said, no, watch. If I actually take the ribbon, we can put the ribbon back onto the coin. Okay. And the last one, we'll just take the 2 over here. So these are the 2 here. But the last coin is the one that you've got to watch the most. And he took the coin, wrapped it around his hand like that, and it just vanished. And if you look closely, you can actually see it jump back to the other coins. So now, not only were these coins, we'll just put the ribbon over there, not only were these special coins that could jump off the little ribbon, but if you look closely, you can actually make the coins move. Now, I was inspired as a child. I loved comics, right? So it was a bit like Magneto. Remember Magneto? He could kind of pull like metal, so the coins would kind of jump across like that. Now, some of you might think that there's something in my hand, but it's not. So watch very closely. If I move the hand like this, it kind of jumps across, right? Watch. So you kind of do that, and the coin jumps across. Very simple, really. So it's kind of confusing because people kind of watch the coin, and I really needed to hold this very tightly. So I held it in my hand, and watch. As you open the hand, the one coin jumps back across, just like that. So that was my little Chinese puzzle box that I got from my father. Now, we'll put that away. So, Alan, would you mind bringing someone up on camera with me? Just get someone to, anyone that wants to volunteer, just wave your hand and Alan will bring you in.
There you go. We have Mark.
Hey, Mark, how are you doing?
Oh,
I see your cat is safe and it's got a mask on.
Yeah, my cat's COVID safe.
Cool, excellent. So Mark, I love magic, and one of the things that I noticed is that most magicians always love using the aces. I have absolutely no idea why, but if you noticed, Alan took out the 4 aces earlier, and I'm going to do a little trick with the aces as well. So would you indulge me in the following? What I would like to do is I would like to ask you to, in your mind, pretend that you've got the 4 aces in front of you. Yeah? Okay, now you've got a whole lot of aces. You've got the red aces, you've got the black aces. And what I want you to do is I want you to make a very important decision. I want you to, in your mind, you're looking at the aces, and I want you to, for a second, I want you to think of either the red aces or the black aces. And what I want you to do is I want you to remove them. So pretend that you're taking the aces out. Yeah? So you're going to either remove the red aces or the black aces. Which ones are you going to remove?
The black one.
So you're going to remove the black aces. So that's the spades and clubs are gone. So you've got a pile of 2 aces. Now, you've got the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds, Mark. Now, I'm going to make this easy for you. You can choose either one. Ace of hearts, ace of diamonds. Now, remember that magicians usually take the ace of diamonds, and the ordinary man in the street usually takes the ace of hearts. I'm not going to influence your choice in any way. Which one would you like to take? The ace of hearts or the ace of diamonds?
Ace of hearts.
The ace of hearts. Excellent choice. So, now, the interesting thing is that if you look closely, you will see that the ace of hearts is actually the one ace that is turned over in this pack. Yeah? Now, another interesting thing, Mark, is that, you removed all the other aces. You removed the black aces. You removed the other ace, the other red ace, which was the ace of diamonds. So what you were left with was a pack that had no more aces, only the ace of hearts, and the other aces all vanished. That's quite impressive, right? However, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that possibly there's something afoot, and you're quite correct, because the ace of hearts is in fact the only card that is a different color. Yeah? So we've got the ace of hearts, and we've got the ace of the other aces have now vanished. Ace of hearts. Now, what I'd like to do is, you're probably thinking, okay, right, well, what would have happened if, for example, you'd taken, let me just put this, I don't have a pocket here, let me just place this over here. What would have happened if I'd chosen one of the other aces? Now, in your case, you removed the black aces, you were left with 2 aces, ace of hearts, ace of diamonds. So if it was ace of diamonds, I would have said to you, the ace of diamonds is in fact also here. So we would have turned that one around. But remember that we also had the other 2 aces in the pack. We had the ace of clubs and the ace of spades. So the only thing that's really certain is that had you chosen any other ace, every single ace would have been a completely different color.
Nice.
So that was an excellent choice. Mark, thank you very much for joining me.
All right.
Big round of applause for Mark. And there we go. So I'm kind of cut into sort of a bit of indecision. I'd actually prepared another coin trick, but Mark did this absolutely, not Mark, Alan did this amazing card trick, and it kind of reminded me of something that I really enjoy, and that's card magic. And I'm actually going to ask Alan to share the stage with me. So Alan, would you come up and bring your deck of cards?
Okay.
Now, I think it's very. We even have the same deck. Can you see that? That's well done. I'm so glad you got the memo.
We did not plan this, by the way.
Yeah, and you can flourish, and it's like amazing. This is cool.
Oh, even Mark has that deck of cards as well. By the way, he's showing off. Oh, sorry, I'm
yeah.
But anyways,
Awesome.
He has it as well. Okay, it's the most common deck of cards in the world. It's called Bicycle. All right, go for it.
Okay, so Alan, what I'd like you to do is I want you to kind of just mix up the cards for me, and you can be fancy. You can do it whichever way you want to. I don't really mind. And when you're happy, you can stop. Right?
I'm happy.
Okay, cool. So I want you to hold the cards as if you were going to deal the cards at a poker table. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And what I'd like you to do is I want you to just show the audience, just start showing them the cards like that. Just one at a time. Yeah, just sort of kind of, go through them. And you can actually just fan them out, just so that the audience can really see that the cards are mixed up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool? Perfect. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to start dealing, and it doesn't matter if I don't see them, it's fine. You just do exactly what I'm doing. So I want you to start dealing the cards onto the table in front of you. And you can take, 2, 3 at a time. And, Alan, if you want to kind of shuffle them as well, you're welcome to do that.
Okay, I dealt some cards on the table.
Yeah, it's fine. And then just carry on dealing till...
Yeah, you want me to switch to my other
just carry on dealing till you've...
Okay.
So you keep dealing, and you can shuffle. You keep dealing till they're all on the table in front of you. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, dealing, and can I also put them in? Okay, got it.
All in one pile on top of each other.
Yes, yes, I have them.
Perfect. Now, in a casino, and I'm sure that Ryan would know this, being in Vegas. Generally, what you would do is you would take the top card and you would put it into the middle of the pack. Yeah, and then you take the bottom card as well, and you place that into the middle of the pack.
Okay. You want me to do that?
Yeah, please do.
So
that's what we call in a casino, we call that burning the card.
Okay.
Yeah, so that way what's happening is, one from the top, one from the bottom. And this is to prevent the cheats, right, from actually knowing what the next card is, yeah? Okay, so what I want you to do, Alan, is I want you to, again, start kind of dealing some cards onto the table exactly like I'm doing until you're about halfway of the pack, yeah?
Okay, so I'm going to be doing it. You guys cannot see it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's fine. And when you're about halfway, you just stop.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, perfect. Now, again, what I want you to do, I want this to be as fair as possible, Alan. I want you to take the top card, place it into the middle of the pack.
Okay.
And you're going to do the same with the bottom card. You're going to place that into the middle of the pack.
Okay, in the middle of the half of the pack, yeah?
Yeah, perfect. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to peek at the card that you're looking at the bottom. Make sure that I don't see it. I'm going to kind of look away. And just place the cards back on top of the pile. Yeah?
Got it.
Now, I mean, this is absolutely fair, right? I mean, we've shuffled the cards and you've mixed them up. Now, as a magician, I need to actually find your card. Yeah? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can pick out, and I've only got one stab at this, right? I'm going to kind of see if I can get this.
If you get this, I'll be amazed. And I know some card tricks, let me tell you.
Okay, right. So you'll be amazed. Okay, that's excellent. Okay, so this is kind of the moment of truth. So Alan, moment of truth for me. If I get this wrong, then I'm going to get kicked off the show. But seriously, what was the card that you chose?
The Queen of Clubs.
Are you sure? The Queen of Clubs?
All right. You got it, Queen of, and we did not plan
but
this
you know,
ahead.
But you know what the other interesting thing is, that it was actually quite easy for me, because all I had to do was I had to look at the one card that was actually sort of printed in the deck, so it was very easy for me to find. So
All right, that was unexpected, the end especially. All right, that was awesome. Good job. Thank you so much, Sieko. Thank you for joining us in the show. I appreciate it. Amazing magic. Good stuff.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, and by the way, if people want to find out more about you, we're gonna put your link in the description below on YouTube, also on Zoom.
Brilliant.
So people can follow you also
Thank you so
on
much.
social media. Very good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining us today. If you made it all the way to this point, click the subscribe button below. You owe it to yourself, and it's like magic. Then we'll be notified next time we do a show. Actually, the next show I'm super excited about, because it's kind of closing a circle. Okay, so in 2 weeks we have a comedy violinist, Armando Anto. For those of you that are loyal to the show from day one, Armando was our first guest in episode 1. Super funny comedian. He also plays the violin. He is like, comedy, like hysterical comedy, like really, really funny. And this is why I invited him to come again. So in 2 weeks, join us, subscribe. If you want to sign up to Zoom, you can just do it here. Happy hour, alanchamo.com/happy hour. And if you would like to help us out and support the show, you can always go to alanchamo.com/support, chip in, that helps us. But the best help is actually when you are watching the show. This is exactly what we love. So join us every week and we really appreciate it. So thank you, Sieko. Thank you very much. Ryan, are you here with me?
Yeah, buddy, I'm here. I had to restart my phone. So I'm back. Look at me. There's me. All right. Are you there, Alan?
Ryan, would you like to end the show for us?
Yeah, man. Let's take it out. Here we go. Good to see
Thank
you,
so much for joining, everybody. See you in 2 weeks.